So as you can see here, I've taken a break from cleaning off glue residue. That's simply because I want to get these holes covered up. They've been coated heavily with the rust cutter. Here's another quick look at that product from the previous video of stage 1. This has a chemical reaction to the rust and actually makes the surface usable again. It stops rust. I've given the rust cutter ample time to do its job and dry, and at the moment I'm cutting up this mesh that has a sticky side to it. This mesh is made by Bondo, and I've chosen Bondo to fill these holes for this portion of the project. It's Bondo's original formula. As you can see, I'm just fitting in these pieces. Got a little tricky, but I just needed something to have a backing, so the Bondo had something to really fill itself in with. I'm sure you can see this is not going to be an aesthetically perfect Bondo job. It's not about that anyway. It's about getting this watertight prior to me getting sound deadening material down. I continued with this process of using the mesh in the larger holes that I knew the Bondo was going to need something to hold on to. It took a little time, but again, I do feel it was worth it. As you can see here on the floorboard, there was another area that I had found once I pulled up the rubber matting. That also got the rust cutter treatment prior to me filling in with a little bit of mesh. It's time to get a little work done on this not so professional Bondo job. I just want to smooth this down a little bit so that when I finally get my sound dampening material ready to go, it's not all lumpy. Today, I'm going to give JV Weld a try. Attached to this little cheapo 80s good old Craftsman thing. did want to take a minute and point out the consistency of where the rust areas were. This is to the left of the engine bay, and here it is to the right of the engine bay. These two spots are identical. It also happens to be right where the wheel well is. The tires spins right there, so that's consistently hitting that area as the vehicle's moving. I had mentioned earlier were some of the areas I was going to give another coat, a second coat of the JB Weld. Right there you can see where it's settled in, which these are the brackets that held the seating in the middle row. Those have to come up. So I've got to get to work on that. A little bit of penetrating oil, liquid wrench. Broken, and it did. That's too bad. That one's pretty rusty. You can see that. That one just snapped off. I don't think there was any way. So after further inspection of this heater, I know you can't see it from the camera angle, but this is water cooled. These lines are coming from the front of the van from the radiator. It is bolted down into the floor, but thankfully the mat, for the most part, was cut around it. I got 2 bolts I gotta loosen here just to get that mat out. I don't want to just rip it. Yes, I have disconnected power just in case. Good look at this as I slide that out. And the big reveal. What is under mat number 1? I'm reasonably happy with that. I'm not seeing a whole lot. I'll move the camera a little bit here. Zoom in a bit. Now this here, that's a cork filler, I guess to help balance out the mat. That just pops right out. Interesting. Very minimal rust. As I'm removing this second section of matting, I'm also brainstorming as to the best way to remove the heater. It's going to be a little tricky. That's brand new to me. That will be stage 3 of the sound deadening project. I hope this video was of help to you. And if it was, I'd love a thumbs up. I'd also appreciate a subscription to my channel. And your comments and questions are always welcome, and I will respond to them quickly. Well, that's the quick cleanup. Sadly, I gotta get back to work. Gotta teach some tennis. Took the time that I could in between lunch and off court to get at least this done. Till next time, peace.